Hello, welcome back from our little hiatus. I'm John, and this is my beautiful bride of 36 years, Suzanne. She's seated next to me here. And well, we're back, and one of us knows how to text.
One of us does nothing but text or talk on the phone. That would be you.
I don't know about that. I don't text and drive.
Oh my gosh. The kids say, Dad, you're scaring me.
I don't know if it's that bad.
It's so bad.
Okay. Well, tonight's episode is on One of Us Knows How to Text. We're going to talk about communication, which is one of the biggest things in marriage. And our theme is really about the role of technology, specifically texting in a relationship and around communication.
I love it that you just tell me what the topic is. Like, I just find out when everybody else does.
No, that's not true. Months ago, when we did our last podcast, I actually
before our
said,
hiatus.
Yeah, I actually said to you, I said our next episode is One of Us Knows How to Text, because you are gifted in many, many things.
I'm very scared of the sentence that's going to come after.
No, but texting in marriage is the easiest, most convenient way to communicate, which is also exactly why it's
texting's
the fastest,
just easy,
most effective way to start a simmering, week-long Cold War. And so we're going to talk about texting in marriage. And I took some notes here, and one of the reasons, and the flashback, when we did our last podcast, that week, I remember looking at my
I don't even
text
remember
from you.
that.
Oh, well.
I don't remember you telling me about it. I don't remember.
No. Text number 1 from Suzanne says, "This meat is absolutely fantastic." Remember, we got
meat. The meat. Oh, yes. From the butcher. Yeah, it was great. This meat is
absolutely fantastic. It literally melts in your mouth. Next text, "Could you put some money in my account? I need gas and chicken feed."
Well, I probably did.
Yeah. And so, when we first started texting, and we have to admit, we're old enough that when we first started dating together, we had pagers and beepers.
I don't even know if we had pagers. Did we have? We didn't even have pagers and beepers when we started dating.
But
no, we didn't.
When we got texting, it was a cute, but the paging and the beepers, it was easy.
When I was pregnant with John Andrew, you got a pager or a beeper or whatever it was.
I had a cell phone before we were married.
Oh yeah, you did, but you also had the beeper in case, because he was so late.
I always had the beeper because I liked you to get you needed to send me emergency text.
I don't like people get a hold of me. I don't even turn my locations on.
No, but when we first got text messaging, it was easy. It was like, "Hey, what's up?" And we use full sentences and things of that nature. So we'll talk about that.
I still do, because that's grammatically correct.
Well, I guess so. So we'll talk about texting in a minute, but let's catch up real quick. So we have to talk about this. We just returned from an awesome family vacation.
Yeah, it was great.
And it's been months. Usually I'm traveling, and we sit down to do a podcast because we haven't seen each other, and it's a great way to connect.
We've seen a lot of each other.
That's true. The past week, you've been with me every single day.
Yeah.
All day, every day. And you didn't mind. Like, we went to a theme park yesterday or day before yesterday.
A theme park? We're not.
No, but while we were there.
Okay.
I had to go to the car, which is basically it was an hour out of our schedule for me to walk to the car, get some stuff, and bring it back, our coats and all that kind of stuff, and my cell phone charger. But
which was really
after being with me for a week,
pressured item that needed.
After being with me for a week, normally you would be like, "Oh no, don't go," but this time you're like, "Okay, see ya."
That is not even true. I said, "Don't go." I said those words, "Don't go," and it was because I didn't want to meet back up with you.
Oh, you didn't? Because you were raised by a father that you never met back up. Because once he left, he was gone. You never found him ever again. He was lost.
He'd follow the wrong family out, or he would find a preacher that he wanted to talk to, or whatever. Our whole day was built around if we were going to meet him at some point. Meet him at the castle. That was my whole childhood.
You would just sit there and wait.
We'll meet you at Cinderella's castle.
Well, so
middle of our day, busted up.
We had a family vacation. Kara stayed here and took care of all the animals, and then
she did.
The marrieds, Julianne and Jay Daniel, and you and I all went on a cruise. It was awesome. We made some great new friends, but we went on the Nate Land at Sea cruise, which was Nate Bargatze and about 30 clean comedians.
I don't think it was that many, was it?
I thought he said he had 30 comedians.
Goodness.
There because and Suzanne was in heaven because it wasn't just Nate Bargatze. It was Aaron Weber and it was John
Bargatze.
Crist. Sorry, I say Bargatze.
I know, but that's
like everybody else. You know what? America's going to say it how they're going to say it.
I know. I'm just.
And I do like Nate Bargatze's name because he didn't change his name like John Leibowitz did.
No, he did not.
Jewish comedian John Leibowitz decided Stewart was a much better name, so he changed to that. But anyway, he could have been Nate Wilson or something like that. But anyway, we had Aaron Weber, who was great. Brian Bates, who was great. Dusty Slade. Gosh, our family loves Dusty Slade.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely. And then on this cruise, it's the first time I had been able to see Derek Stroop
Lachlan
live.
Patterson.
Yes, Lachlan was absolutely hilarious.
He was hysterical.
all
I
of
mean,
these
there's
guys-
so many. John Crist.
Yeah, they're so good. But like Aaron Weber is at the top of his game right now. It's like
He
just keeps
really
getting better.
is. He killed it.
He did. Who were some people that you were like surprised? I mean, like Derek Stroop, absolutely. He has a Netflix special coming out next
I'm
month.
telling you, but I've been watching him kind of like when everybody started watching Leanne Morgan, when it was just you catch a clip here and you catch a clip
Yep.
there. That's kind of my thing is I want to find the new upcoming creative comedian, you know, and I just have loved him for a long time because he yells at you, but he doesn't yell at you like you're mad. I mean, he is every
reminds me of my
American.
70s. Yeah, growing up in the 70s, he just reminds me of that guy.
He's just so funny.
And the thing that hit me the most was how polished. And there's a comedian that I had not really listened to before, and I know you know Dexter Nickerson. He and his wife.
Yeah, and they
just
have
wrote
a
book.
podcast too.
They have a podcast. Unlike us, they have an audience. But no, but
He was
hilarious.
brilliant.
He's brilliant. He's young. He and his wife are talking about having teenagers, and it's just like I was like, oh, that was us 10 years ago. It's like the things they're going through and doing. But
They're very relatable, all of them, I think.
so a couple of things. One, it's amazing how easy these guys make it look and how much work they put into the thousands of times they tell the same joke to get the perfect delivery, the perfect. I mean, we saw some professionals doing the best at what they're doing. And once again,
And I mean, just like off the cuff too, because we were on the boat, and so like something would happen, or the boat would
and
move,
they would all make comments about the
and
about
it
the
was
weather,
just
about the toilets, about the food,
You're just
about
funny.
Yeah, they're absolutely awesome guys. And the other thing they did was they had podcasts on the boat. So they had the Nate Land podcast, which the Nate Land podcast has gone through a transition.
Yeah,
It
with
was their
Nate as
reunion.
the special guest,
Yeah.
which was kind of funny, I thought.
Yeah, so they had a reunion Nate Land podcast, but it's only been canceled for like a week.
No, it's been a little longer than that.
But anyway, so they had the long anticipated reunion, and then the Don't Make Me Go Back There podcast, the Consumers podcast, all these different things. And I think the number one, our family, as we've talked about before in previous podcasts, loves comedy. So this was an awesome cruise because Julianne could go to every show she wanted to go to. The Marrieds went to the Nate Bargatze show.
Well, we all went to. I mean, we
And-
just did what we wanted, what we could fit in, and it was a busy cruise. It
was,
was
but what
not
was-
a lay by the pool kind of cruise.
But the cool, plus when we first got there, you couldn't lay by the pool because it was like 50 degrees. But
And it was so rough.
Nate's dad, Steven, his set was brilliant. I mean, I could tell you everything that was happening in that set because I've been there before. I've seen him before. I hired him. We hired him for a corporate gig one time. He's just so good at what he does, and performing with him though was Nate's. And this is what's amazing about Nate. The people who are on the cruise, it's not just that he's made it big. And now he's got a new game show coming out next week.
Yeah.
The movie's coming out in May. Everybody, was made aware of him during Saturday Night Live, all that kind of stuff. But he didn't do this alone. He has brought his two roommates from New York that he lived with 25 years ago are on that cruise performing.
It's like they all kind of made a pact and said, whoever gets it first, don't forget us.
I don't know if it's a pact as much as just Nate,
they're
because
just loyal.
The more exposure he got, the more he would bring other people with him.
Because it's the type, I guess, the genre of comedy that he does. They all kind of do the same.
Yep.
And there's really an audience for that. I wonder, are we going to, should we say sponsored by? Because this is a lot of.
No. But here's what I'm talking about. And I don't know if they'll ever do another Nate Land cruise. But a couple of things I want to share. One is When you show up to the cruise, you can sign up for all these different activities, and there's a Facebook group ahead of time, so people could start Facebooking back and forth the different things. And two things I wanted to comment on. One was there was a Facebook post where a lady named Dana posted, said, "Hey, is there going to be a worship service on Sunday morning? Is there going to be sort of a church service?" And somebody said, "No, that's not really happens on the cruise." And she goes, "Well, would anybody like to organize one?" So I reached out to her and said, "I'll help you organize."
Of course you did.
And a bunch of other people hopped in. No, an opportunity to worship God with a bunch of people from across the cruise.
So you.
Well, what was funny was 3 girls said, "Oh, we'll sing." Well, we said, "Okay, you're the worship team." Scott Elliott, a pastor out in California, he was on the cruise. He says, I'll be glad to give a message. So he gave the message. Another guy, Alex, who I never met because he wasn't there at the worship service, but he put together the order of service. I read the scripture, did a welcome, whatever that is. And we started putting this thing together thinking there was going to be 30 people or so, 30 or 40 people. Mm. And when we first started it, they gave us like a little, part of the restaurant where we could meet in. And then they put the invitation out on the Facebook page, and then we had 100 people, and then we had 200 people saying they were coming. And when it got to 300 people, we're like, "Oh my gosh, we need a bigger venue and all this kind of stuff." All of that to say is we had a couple hundred people there on Sunday morning at 9:00 in the morning after people were at the shows till midnight and
late, because some shows didn't even start till 11.
And we were on the sports deck and had a couple little karaoke machines out there so people could hear. And had those 3 women that all signed up, Sarah, and Holly, Sarah with an A and Sarah with an H.
Okay.
They blended so well. Mm-hmm. They sounded great. And Stephen, Bergazzi Nate's dad, agreed to come and give a testimony. So he opened up the worship service. And it was just the most beautiful. They were Baptist, they were Methodist, they were Church of Christ, they were Pentecostals, they were Catholics.
Yep.
You had everybody on the pool deck with the sun. The sun just rose, and it was just beautiful singing together. We sang very simple songs that everybody knew. We gave everybody song sheets just in case. But it was gorgeous. It was like one of my highlights of the cruise.
There were people that it was right by the track, I guess, where people would run and whatever. And they were running and they would just stop. And some of them would just stop and just sit down and just stayed.
Yeah.
Until it was done. And it was short. I mean, it wasn't like your whole day. It wasn't inconvenient. And Natalie, our daughter-in-law, she said that was probably about her favorite part of the whole trip.
Yeah.
She just really loved it.
It gave me a picture of what it's going to be like someday when we're all just worshiping Christ, because everybody came from different backgrounds. And one of the cool things is, and I don't think Sixth Man, which is the company who promotes the cruise. So when we got off the cruise, they do these theme cruises. They do like theme cruises for, Train, the band, and they do Goth Fest and all this kind of stuff.
For the cruise line.
No. They have their own company. They have their own separate company in Atlanta. They promote these cruises on the cruise lines. Yeah, they buy the cruise. They don't work for the cruise. It's a separate promotion company that takes the cruise to NCL, which is their cruise line that operated the cruise, sells the inventory to Sixth Man. Sixth Man does like 30 cruises a year.
Yeah, one of them but don't they just do NCL? They don't do anybody. They do
some others. Yeah, they do some others. And just like Craig Campbell, our friend, does the country music cruise. So, I'm looking at going to the country music cruise next year. The Isaacs are performing. Winona's there. But anyway, Sixth Man also does the Hallmark cruise. So Hallmark Christmas movie cruise, which really I can't wait to go on that one. But
he will be going alone. Let me just tell you that right now.
One of us, that's another podcast. One of us does not appreciate
cheesy, ridiculous.
One of us does not appreciate the beauty and the richness of Hallmark movies.
Oh my God!
So what I was going to say is,
when we got one script and just say, "Here, make 10 movies out of this one script."
Excuse me, we grew up during Emergency 51 and Adam 12, where it was the same formula every time. You knew at 22 minutes after the hour on Emergency that there was a minor heart attack. Now the real big thing didn't happen until like 45 minutes after the hours, and so. Hallmark movies are formula, and they're wonderful, and they're
I can't
awesome.
do it, man. I can't watch them.
Another podcast we'll talk about the beauty of Hallmark movies. But when we got off the boat, the Savannah Bananas. So all of a sudden, here go all these people. My point is, I don't think Sixth Man knew Nate had a loyal, faith-driven audience. There are a lot of us. There are a lot of us who will not go to a normal comedy club to hear a bunch of dick jokes and just dirty smut.
Lazy comedy, I think.
Well, it can be brilliant. I mean, George Carlin was brilliant.
Yes, he was.
Didn't have the cleanest language. Richard Pryor was brilliant, but would say things that would be very, off color.
But it was different.
The point being, they booked this cruise. They didn't realize that majority of the people on the cruise were people of faith. That was probably the coolest thing about being there. We weren't on a Gaither gospel cruise, but at least half the cruise. but at least half the cruise were faith people.
Yeah.
Everybody we talked to. We met pastors. We met different people who were just heavily involved in the church.
They're just nice people, just
They're
period.
Nice
just nice
people who
nice
just
following.
enjoyed clean comedy. So we had an incredible time. Okay, so that's number one, the worship service. The number two thing, I saw on their Facebook page that they were having a little like open mic type thing. It was basically said,
Oh, this is fun.
who do you basically Nate Land's Got Talent, and they were going to have a little talent show. And if you listen to our previous podcast on Suzanne and I's last stand-up comedy experience, we bombed, and we bombed so poorly in front of Brian Bates that Suzanne basically said,
I've given up my dream. It's done.
We're done. We're never doing this again.
No, it's so bad, and I can't take it.
So I
already have enough stress in my life.
And I reached out to Six Man and said, hey, are you guys going to have like an open mic just for other people to do comedy and stuff? And they said, great idea. And then they had this talent contest. So I might have, out of a loving act, because I love my wife so much and want her to do something that she really loves.
With you. You want me to do it with you. You don't want me to be on my own.
That's usually the way marriage is.
Okay.
Anyway, we thought that, I thought that it would be great to just sign us up and see. Well, I didn't want to share that news with you when I decided to sign us up because I wanted to see, number one, why get you all excited about something and then tell you, oh, we weren't picked.
Did you think I'd be real excited?
I thought that you would be so excited.
Or did you think I was going to punch you in the throat?
I thought that you would be so excited to perform in front of 20 people and like in a little small room, and we could try it. And these people, the comedy fans would be there. It would be like the last time. The number one reason why we failed last time. Hold on. The number one reason why we failed last time is nobody there had ever laughed before in their life.
It was a new concept.
Yeah, it was a new concept.
Laughter.
No. But they had never been to a comedy concert, and the guy who was the MC for the evening said, hey, I'm going to go try to warm them up because I guarantee you there's not a single person in that room that's ever been to a comedy
And
club.
it was Charlie Brown in front of the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so...
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought this will be a great time to get back up on the horse and try doing stand-up together one more time and see how it works. So in my vision, I'm thinking they're Nate Land's Got Talent.
One more
no, because
time.
they have
That's
all
in
these
quotes.
theaters. They have all these theaters with all these big things. So I'm thinking they're going to have like this small little thing. So I get a notification from Six Man saying, "Hey, you guys have been picked to perform in the talent show." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So
Probably 8 out of 8.
I told you way ahead of time.
Wait, 2 days.
At least a day or two before we actually
I was
left.
packing suitcases and running back and forth with your
and
mom
I said,
my
hey,
mom.
By the way,
I about smothered you in your sleep.
yeah, I said, by the way, they have this talent show on the ship, and so we're going to perform, and we can just do our little act that we did before. And you didn't like it from the very beginning, did you?
What, the actor?
No,
or
that we were doing it
with you?
together. Be
No,
careful
I'm
how
not.
you say, I don't like doing it with you. That's my bumper sticker. I don't like doing it with
I don't
you.
like doing it with you.
Okay. So I signed us up for the talent show. I told you, hey, we're going to perform at the talent show.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I don't think.
We have talent.
Well, yeah, I don't think that it's not clicking for some reason.
Anyway, but leading up to the cruise, I said we're
Okay.
doing a talent show. You said okay. We didn't pack anything special. We didn't do anything.
I didn't
different.
just say okay. There were a few choice words in there as well.
Anyway, family comedy, family show. We said we do it. So we show up at the boat, and I didn't know when the comedy show was because they never really, or the talent show was, and they sent me a note and said 2:30 Sunday. I was like, okay, 2:30 Sunday, that's great. They're like, we'll already have the church service done. We'll have already enjoyed being on the cruise for several days.
It wasn't hanging over my head at all.
No, Sunday, 2:30, like the last final day. And what I didn't think about was a couple of things. One, Sunday was also the Super Bowl when they're having the big Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the pre-show to the Super Bowl was this talent show. When I saw that on the schedule, they had the talent show on the pool deck, I'm like, hold on, pool deck? That's not like a small little room downstairs. That's going to stink. And we went up there and looked at the stage, and we're like,
It's like the same stage that the band played on
yeah.
and the whole thing.
But we're looking at this big stage going, this is going to stink
This
because there's
is
going to be like 30 people
frightening.
here, and we're going to be doing a comedy set in front of the pool of people. This isn't really a good environment. And I was like, oh, it's okay. It's just a talent. And we'll just go out there and do our bit and go on. Well, the day of the show, we go up there and we go up. We have the worship service. We go eat lunch. We rehearsed our little thing, and we go up
Our
there.
little thing.
Our little thing. We go up there, and they have like huge backdrops and all these chairs on stage. I'm like, oh,
And a table.
what are all the
and-
chairs up there for? And they said, that's for the judges. I said, judges?
Yeah. So not only did I humiliate myself
No.
with you.
I didn't realize it was a talent show where they were having judges. And then we were like, what do you mean judges? Oh yeah, it's a talent show. They're gonna judge you guys. And we're like, what do you mean? And then they're like
in the third grade when you have a talent show, and that's how it worked. And the judges were
anyway.
the
So at this point, that's what
that
we,
was.
so then I made the mistake of going, who's judging us?
Yeah.
And they go, oh well, Nate and John Christ and they just started going down the list.
What? Yeah, I mean, like
Greg Warren.
no, just so many. Derek Stroop. I mean, all the comedians that I look at and go.
And then right then we had met the cutest couple from Texas. We had dinner with them one night, and they came up, sweet Christian couple, the Cates couple, and they came up and they said, "Oh wow, you guys are doing the talent show?" I said, "Yeah," and I said, "We didn't know we were going to be, you know." He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're going to do a stand-up act." He goes, "Wow." He goes, "And who's judging?" I said, "Nate and all the comedians." He goes, "Wow, those guys are going to judge your comedy?"
That made me feel
And then we're like,
so much
all
better.
of a sudden we're like, "Oh dear God, yes." Now I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Well, really, actually, I didn't mind the judgment. I really wanted feedback, and I think we got feedback, and which is probably why I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, because based on their feedback, you're never
Based on their feedback, we should not be doing this.
Okay. Really?
Either that or we need to hire a writer.
Okay, we do. So here's what happened. So the show opens up. The first performer, her name is Kat. She's from Chicago. She has been doing stand-up comedy for.
I thought we were going to talk about texting.
We are. We're going to get to texting. I'll text you about Kat in a few minutes. Kat goes up there and performs, and she has been performing in Chicago comedy clubs in the suburbs and all that kind of stuff. Chicago's got a great market. You can get open mic nights everywhere. So she's hustling. She's doing it. She's a single mom. I think she's a single mom. She's a single lady. But anyway, so she goes out and she kills it. I mean, she just goes out and
I couldn't hear it very well, but everybody was dying.
Everybody's loving. She's good. She's just polished. She's spot on. The guys love her. Greg Warren goes, "Hey, I'm in Chicago in a couple of weeks. You want to open for me?" And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, she gets to open for him." And then somebody else said, "Oh, I'm going to be in St. Louis. You can come, open for me in St. Louis." She got like 3 bookings right then.
It was awesome. Good for her.
It was awesome. Next couple of acts didn't get that same thing. We performed, and we also got some great feedback. What?
No, go ahead.
Are you not going to say anything?
Just feedback. We just got feedback.
Once again, John kind of spaced it on stage for a little bit.
You leave me hanging.
I do leave you hanging, but they loved you.
more places than one.
And the funniest thing was our whole bit was about our kids. And later in the show, somebody
It was
says,
an older set that
somebody said, "Hey, what does the winner win tonight?" And one of the guys goes, "They get to live with John and Suzanne." Because I think they're all a little jealous of how good J. Daniel and Julianne have it here at the house.
Yeah, I think everybody's jealous.
Yeah, but anyway.
Strangers on the street are jealous.
All in all, did you enjoy performing again? That environment was totally weird, standing in front of thousands of people.
I would enjoy doing it differently.
Okay. And by differently, you mean not doing it with me.
Maybe just different.
You're going to get John Hamm to play my role?
No, I just
John Mayer. First John, second John.
Third John.
Am I any one of those Johns? John Mulaney. You got 3 Johns, and then I'm out.
I would definitely take John Mulaney.
Yeah, I'm the revelation. But the comments were interesting because, was it Derek Stroop said, you don't see people doing this. Like, you don't see 2 people doing this.
I know, and that seems to be the big thing that you want so much is that people don't do this and trying to find a niche for this particular thing. But that doesn't mean that our format right now is working.
Okay.
So we need if this is for real, something
The thing that I picked up though was when you're standing on stage performing stand up by yourself, you're very relaxed. You've got great delivery. You've got great stage presence. When I'm doing it by myself, I at least feel more in control.
Because, you got to be in control.
No. I just
yeah, you do.
because you can do your own thing.
Well, but I do feel that too.
But the thing that's different when you and I are standing across from each other, it's like we're performing to them, but we're not reading each other, or we read each other. It's like when we did that comedy practice and we actually got in a little argument in front of everybody. They thought that was part of this.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Our
loved it.
format is not working. The format is not working.
Yeah.
So our producer needs to get on that and do whatever.
New producer?
New producer. He's fired. Out.
Maybe it's the female lead that needs to be changed.
No, she's brilliant.
Oh, she is? She is?
She's the talent.
Well,
No, I don't know. I think the format needs to be looked at. But I don't know look at you right now, yammering on while they're listening to us when we could just be doing this in our living room.
I know.
I'm so sorry to our 2 listeners.
No. But the 2 listeners can give us some good feedback because, number one, if you care about John and Suzanne's marriage, encourage her to stay with me, not give up on me.
If you care.
And go recast a Hispanic man in life. 'Cause you would love a Brazilian guy.
I just think we need to look
Hector.
at a different format.
Okay. Anyway, so anything else you want to say about the cruise? Anything else you want to say about our vacation? I will tell you, the last night of the cruise, you were snoring, you were sleeping, you
I
were
was
out.
so tired.
I went and had cigars with different folks, and I came back downstairs, and it was one of the most beautiful moments of peace and contentment that I've ever had, of just being there and just, saying, God, how did I get to be this fortunate? We had such an incredible time with our kids. Our married kids had a great time. Our Julianne and Jay Daniel had a great time. Everything, and I just felt like it couldn't have gotten better than that moment.
And it wasn't without glitches, and I think that is important. Every trip needs a glitch because you have to.
Well, we had flight cancel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that kind of. It can't all be perfect. Life is not always perfect, and when you look back on these memories, you always romanticize it about like, oh, remember when? But it's great when something went wrong, and you look back and go, remember when we missed that flight, or remember when we ran all the way through the airport, or whatever.
But all I was saying was, I loved being with my family. It was a great trip. And then after that, we went to Disney. We went and had
I'm too old
crab
for Disney
legs
now.
our bodies. We literally.
My mind is there. I am on it. I am having the best time. I need a wheelchair.
My next comedy partner is going to love Disney.
My legs are sore now, right now.
And then we celebrated your birthday, which was fantastic. You went to crab legs. We had a great time having crab legs. Seeing my friend Cliff, and then Jay Daniel being typical. Jay Daniel being Jay Daniel. Hey, buddy, it's your birthday on Wednesday. Would you like to go to Hollywood Studios and go to the Star Wars stuff?
Which this surprised me that he.
I'm good.
He
do you
declined.
want to go to Kennedy Space Center? No, I'm good. He would have gone if there's a launch, but the launch got scrubbed.
He was disappointed.
And
the
I
launch
said, "What do you want to do on your
pushed.
birthday?" He goes, "Just hang out and do nothing." So we, as a family, because that's what he wanted, rented a cabana and hung out and did nothing.
And it was fabulous because
Everybody
we
enjoyed
needed it that
we
day.
Ate, we drank, we had a great. Just like everybody had Coke and we just sat around and had a great time together.
Everybody
as a
had
family.
Coke.
Well, we had Coke and we had ginger ale and Sprite and all that kind of stuff.
Just the way he said. I'm sorry. Moving on.
All right, we spent half the podcast talking about.
We did not. I'm just following you.
Okay, so we're talking
Per
about text.
usual.
Now, the producer has given me several. I shared with the producer your texting style, and we're going to talk about several different things that are part of your texting. And thanks for pulling out your phone because we're going to share some of your texts in just a minute.
I have
So
commitments.
the number one text is your multi-text novels that you do.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this. I call this phenomenon the multi-text novel. Okay, I get out my phone to check the weather, and sitting on the lock screen are 13 notifications, all from you. It's not one paragraph. Like, you don't send me like one paragraph.
Oh, it's just because as the thoughts come.
So here, this is real.
People
Ding.
hate this.
Ding.
I know.
Can you pick up a rotisserie chicken for dinner? Ding. And maybe milk and eggs. Ding. Oh, and Jules needs her meds. Ding. I forgot to tell you about the
Are
thing
these
with.
real texts I sent you?
I forgot to tell you about the thing with Missy.
The
Next.
thing with Missy.
Speaking of Missy, did you remember to call the guy about the fence? Ding. Did you see what that guy said on Facebook said? Like, did you see what that guy on Facebook said? Ding. Also, can you deposit some money in my account? My card is declined.
I guarantee you every other text is going to say, can you put some money
Can you
in
put
my
some money in
account?
my account? My card is declined. I get the mental equivalent of whiplash. Like, it's boom, boom, boom. By the time I scroll back to my original text, which was, love you.
I take it you were home though. Because
Love
I asked
you.
to pick up
I get love you.
chicken.
Can you pick up rotisserie chicken? Love you. I'm already having an anxiety attack about Missy, the guy on Facebook, and the Chase debit card. Just from those notifications. So
Those are all things that I must tell you as I think of them because I won't remember later.
So
and then
the multi-text novel, is that normal? Like, does everybody go through the multi-text
I think
novel?
people hate the multi-text novel. I think that is a bad habit of mine. I try not to do it, but it's just, it happens.
Okay, the next type of texting.
Okay.
You're nervous because I want to pick up that phone and I want to look at text. You can pick the group text you have with Missy and Sherry.
No, Liz and Sherry.
Sorry.
And I have one, yeah.
And you have one
Missy.
with...
I just have some friends.
Yes.
That's all.
And
just have friends.
you also have your friend Brad and those texts.
Yeah.
Especially when like American Idol's on. You guys are watching American Idol.
Or we're
back and
just,
forth.
it's 2:00 in the morning and one of us has,
Do you want to open that phone up and share some of those with me right now?
Not so much.
Are they polite towards your husband?
Sometimes.
Liz and Sherry. Liz is married to a law enforcement officer. Sherry's married to a doctor / pastor / reverend, philosopher teacher.
The Reverend Doctor.
Reverend Doctor.
Is our nickname for him that he
So
hates.
I would assume the group text between the three of you is saying nothing but great things about how great your husbands are. Is that correct?
We say a lot of good things about Ben.
Lord, here we go.
The
All right.
Reverend Doctor.
The Reverend Doctor. Because his wife loves him. I mean, I don't think either one of those guys are getting fired by their wife, but like you are me right now. You're breaking up with me right here.
I'm not breaking up.
Okay, the next text that brings me anxiety. Let's talk about this.
I don't give you anxiety.
Okay, so the next text I call the nuclear option. It's the single letter.
Oh, my phone's
text.
ringing right now.
It's the single letter text.
Yes,
And
to my cousin.
if a stranger texts you, okay,
Okay.
like if a stranger texts me K, the
Oh,
letter K,
that's so super rude.
it might be okay, charming. If your spouse texts you K, it means I have read your entire 27-word text. I've analyzed it, I rejected it, and I'm now going to let you slowly boil in the ambiguity I have created until you call me, at which point I'll pretend I only meant okay the entire time. There is no okay in married texting.
Yes, there is.
There is okay with an exclamation point. That is warm and consensual.
Where'd you get this information?
And there is K. I'm writing it out. And there is K. When you send K, it's a warning shot.
K means I'm living on the edge right now.
It is a
You better
communication
watch your steps.
terrorism act. My full name must be used for safety. Okay, I will see you in 5, my love. Anything less starts a fight. But it's like that single letter K back. I know.
I never send K.
Oh, you've sent K.
I have not.
Oh, you have. When you're so pissed off at me,
I don't send K. I just don't respond.
you send K. You never. Here we go. I'm not even going to bring up the I'm sorry or anything of that nature, but you do send the K. Okay. The next
It's just a little passive aggressive.
texting that maybe we should talk about to learn how to do properly. Response time. How long do I have to respond to your text?
It needs to be quick.
Okay. So
I need to know
Okay.
right now, unless it's that thread of all the many thoughts.
all right.
And then if you just send me one back in response
here-
to all the thoughts, then I'm okay.
So since we're talking about texting, this is called the response time crisis. The most stressful part of texting with your spouse is the response time crisis. You're not just responding to a request, you're responding to the you're responding to the invisible clock you've both silently agreed upon.
This is true.
If you text me at 3:15, I have until about 3:19 maximum before the next text arrives. Did you see my text? True or not true?
That's the phone call that you usually get after I've waited and I don't get a response. Then I call and I say, "Did you see my text?"
The worst is when I'm typing a text and I'm taking my time, I'm correcting my autocorrect. I'm trying to craft a beautiful, supportive, charming answer. And you text me, "Are you writing a book?" Well, you see the dots.
I see the dots and I'm just like, "Speed it up, man. I don't have a lot of time."
Okay.
Okay, my life is busy.
Yes.
And I just need a response from you.
But your mother is the worst at texting we'll ever go to because she thinks it's all email.
Yeah.
But when you read into your phone, you don't then take the time to then go and edit what you've written.
Sometimes I do. It's when it's super bad when I do like speak to text or whatever that is, speech to text. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Yeah, and if I do that, my phone does not understand me. Stop. My phone doesn't understand me at all.
Okay. Maybe that's your Texas accent.
It always just types the wrong word.
But what I'm saying is I get a text from you, and I'm trying to write the great American text message of marriages here. I'm trying to respond.
You are really painting a picture of yourself.
I do, because every single word is critical.
Do you want me to go find some that are in here of you?
But every single word is critical of whether or not I get dinner or something else that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be polite in my text replies.
Whether you're going to get dinner, what do you think? I hanging food over your head? You better behave, or you're going to bed without dinner.
So the next thing that I just want to discuss about your texting habits is the use of emojis.
Okay.
How do people learn what emojis mean? And how have I missed that so poorly?
I don't know. You miss a lot of stuff. Like you didn't know about the upside down pineapple.
Well,
you didn't know about the loofah
on
when we were in Florida, and
I'm sorry that I'm not
about
into
the villages.
I'm sorry that I'm not into swinger culture.
No, but it was just like everybody knows that.
I'm not the one looking for a new comedy partner.
Just saying. I mean, look at the things I've sent you. The freeze miser that goes on the hose.
Give me your phone. So this is our texting between you. Okay, there's a picture of somebody who you're making fun of on Facebook, and you're saying, "Lord, forgive me." Okay.
I'm going straight to hell.
You are,
because I do make fun of people.
Oh my gosh, all this. This is you watching. I'm at youth group, I think, or I'm someplace when the Grammys are going on.
They were important.
So while I'm in adoration, you feel the need to text me. No, I was at Mass. That's what it was. Oh, Tasha Cobb is singing. You love her. Cece and Sarah Shirley. You know, here's Dan's.
You were waiting on them.
Here's Dan's quick category. I'm in Mass.
Yeah, but my friend was winning.
Your friend did win.
Yeah. Oh.
And then as I go back through this text thing, it's like, anyway, your use of emojis, okay? Like, I don't know sometimes, like here's an example I was thinking about. Emojis are supposed to insert tone and...
Do you have to look up all that stuff?
No, but it's like when you send me a grinning face with sweat emoji, I didn't even know that emoji existed. And I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, you know, I'm wondering what's wrong. Why is she sweating, or am I sweating? I thought maybe it's because you're menopause. I don't know what it was. And then it was because I was at the airport walking, and I said, "Hey, at the airport," and you're like, "Oh, sweaty face emoji." You're saying, "Oh, it's because you're walking through the airport. You're exercising." What?
I just got home. I need a little nap.
Okay, yeah. So January 30th, I texted you. No. You texted me. I just got home. I have to take a little nap. I did not have sleep last night. That's from you.
Because I can't run on no sleep like you.
And then I said, I asked you not to transfer any money out of 4252. Please stop. I didn't touch it. Not an ounce of it. Well, it looks like you transferred $50. Nope, not me. I haven't transferred a dime. Screenshot.
Because you will send the blame on a cannonball to me. Absolutely. For everything.
Anyway, back to the texting emoji.
Yeah,
thing.
while you're talking about your nice texting, I could find some goodies.
I don't get emojis with like hearts and like the that emoji that has the heart eyes that goes out like that. I don't get those.
I don't send those.
Exactly. Your husband might receive those.
Oh, you want me to send those little cartoons?
I think that would be sweet. Like, yes, instead of a dude sweating, yeah, you send me the smiley face with sweat.
Because I'm probably sweating.
Whatever. I don't get the happy face with hearts. So anyway.
You get plenty of happy face heart stuff. Oh, you also get, do I need this? Okay. And it's like a picture of...
Let's roll it back.
Something I want.
Let's talk about. So we've been together for 40,
I need another $100.
We've been together for 40 years.
I know. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. We've been married for 36 years. We've known each other for 40.
Okay.
We've lived through decades of communication technologies. 4 different decades.
She's missing 3 teeth.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She's looking back through text.
That's your mom.
Okay, 40 years of communication. Most young people today, they argue about the blue check mark on an iPhone.
What's the blue check mark?
They saw it, like they saw the message.
Oh,
they debate
okay.
the meaning of a fire emoji. We started with communication tools that were pure, unadulterated anxiety machines. Number 1, the answering machine.
Oh, man.
Suzanne and I started with the answering machine. For those of you younger people, this was a big beige box with a tiny tape inside. And the stress with the answering machine was a whole different beast. You had to wait until you got home to see if your loved one needed you. Remember, you'd walk into the dorm room and you'd see, did I get any messages?
And then most of the time it was too late for the,
You'd walk in the door and there it was,
needed.
the orange flashing light blinking like the Terminator's eye. Remember,
Yeah.
it'd blink at you. A silent judgment counting the missed calls. It would show you how many calls you missed. Remember, like 6.
You have 6 missed
And then
calls.
came the moment when you press play. Doo-doo. You didn't just get one text. You got the slow, agonizing preamble.
And you are the worst at leaving a long message.
No. You were like, hi, yeah, it's me, 4:30. Called you an hour ago. Just wanted to see, yeah.
How do you know that?
Call me when you get this. Bye. That's kind of it was like if you were out having fun and I was calling you from California, that was my message typically.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? The answering machine?
Yeah.
Did you have any good answering machine memories?
No, I really don't. Because I screened.
So that you did screen. You did screen.
I'm a screener.
And then we went to the pager code.
I'm a screener of tech. I'm a screener of all the things.
Do you remember we had codes on pagers?
I didn't have a pager. Like
I had a pager and you would send me like
drug dealers had pagers.
1, 2, 3 meant what?
I don't know.
I love you.
Oh, okay. I don't remember any of the pagers.
911. You don't remember the pager?
911 obviously means
call
it's an
me now.
emergency. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't remember the pager much, huh? I had the pager.
I know you had it, but I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, well, you didn't really use the codes that much. You would always just send our home phone number. Like
You get super mad though if I don't respond quickly to anything. Like
I would get a pager and you would just have your number, like the number of the house, and then you would send it again. And I would have to call the house, and it was like if I was in a meeting,
I needed
if I
to
was doing
talk
things,
to
I'm
you.
playing golf. It was like, and then it was like, what are you doing? It's like,
I'm sure that I had a good reason for whatever.
but the pager was when you heard it go off, you thought, oh, something's happening. She's pregnant. She's going to the
Emergency.
hospital. Emergency,
Yeah.
something going that way. So
drug dealers had pagers.
I
just
miss the days of the
remember
pager though, because back then it was understood I couldn't respond immediately. Like you received the page, and
Yeah. And you didn't know what it was about necessarily.
Right.
Like even if it said 911, you knew there was some emergency.
but there was some dignity in that delay because like it took me a little bit to find a phone booth to call you back.
Yeah. Even though you had a cell phone back then. But you had probably had to call me on landline.
So now we have in one single device 40 years of history condensed into one smartphone device. It's got the camera, it's got the answering machine,
Yep.
it's got the pager, it's got everything. And,
And I'm sick of it.
so immediate versus delayed. You like the immediate response.
Yeah, if it's something that I need, like today, you needed some kind of code that was sent to my phone, and so you were trying to get a hold of
That's
me.
immediate. I wish we
I
had
need
two different
that.
kinds of. I wish there was a different
Yeah.
alarm for immediate versus like, hey, can you pick up a rotisserie chicken? That's
Right,
like
yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Because somehow we've gone from like 6 hours of returning phone calls from the answering machine to like
Yeah.
6 seconds. Like you're supposed to respond
Yeah.
quickly. The K text that I talked about, it's like texting can throw up a wall between the two of you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes after 2 or 3 texts, sometimes it is better to just pick up the dang phone and call each other.
That's very true.
And I don't understand, like our kids would rather text than ever talk to us on the
You
phone.
know what? I don't think that's true.
You don't?
I don't think it's true of the eldest.
He likes to talk now.
Oh, yeah, he does. He likes to talk. He would much prefer to talk. And then we have
Are you a reading receipts?
the middle who
Do you have it
doesn't
to where you like to
do-
read receipts? Do you want to know somebody's read it? Like I block that.
Oh, yeah, I need
don't-
that.
You need it.
I need it because
Like I like when it says delivered, so I at least know it's there. But I don't like to let people know if I read it or not.
I think,
How many unread texts are on your phone right now? Do you think? Tells you.
I don't know.
My number's.
Do you
3.
want to know? I don't know. How do you do that?
So
And I have one from Juliana. I have one from Liz. I have one from CVS. I have one from my cousin. I have one from the insurance company. I have one from the groomer, T-Mobile. Yeah, all those. But I like it if it says read because then I won't send it again. Like I don't need it to be right then. You know, if you read it, then at least I know you know that information and you'll get back to me when you can get back to me. I just need to know that you know it.
got it.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think I think
Because all the time I'll say, "Did you get my text?" And you'll go, "I haven't seen." No, I don't. You never ever read the text.
I do read the text.
So if you don't know, you tell me all the time that you don't read the text.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to go back, and I like to text to you because then I have proof that I've actually said it.
When you send me the multi-chapters, when you do like 20 texts, I see the last one. Like on my phone, on my preview, sometimes I see the last one. So, and then you'll be like, okay, I love you. And that's like, wait, I've missed all the stuff before.
I just need proof that I actually said that to you, though, because it will come back.
The thing that I miss...
You didn't tell me.
The thing that I miss in texting is the tone and the body language and things of that nature. Because I don't know how to read you sometimes. So that's why I have to call you and do that.
You know how to read me?
Well, sometimes
after
for text,
40 years?
Sometimes for the text, I don't. You know, because it's like, what are you trying to say here? You know, like you'll say, what do you want to do for dinner? And I don't know if that means like we're going out or does that mean I need to bring something home?
Well, a lot of times that just means, I know you have a lot of
around 4 o'clock in the
lunchtime,
afternoon, I get the thing of saying, what did you eat today?
Yeah, because you have a lot of meetings at lunchtime. Like you could have had a huge lunch, and then I'm not going to make a big dinner if you've had some big lunch meeting at 3 o'clock, you know?
So thinking about texting, there are 4 rules that I found online. That's the golden rules for the 21st century. These rules are powerful because they are born from, you know, all these years. So one is triage your messages.
It's triage.
Triage. That's the way the Bargatzis say triage your messages to a 3-line rule. If it requires more space than a pager could have delivered, don't text it.
Really?
That's one thing. It says, if we look at this text and feel it's as complicated as trying to decode the old 555 beeps, we need to put the phone down and talk. Like 3 lines. Don't go like when people pull up the phone and just read for 10 minutes. Now some people, when Tanya does it, it's funny because
yeah.
But more than 3 lines, pick up the dang phone and call me.
That's true. But I do send long ones if it's a story or, well, really not a story, but like, I'll tell you what I do is I do the bullet point thing. If I think ahead, you know, like don't do the ding, 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 but do the bullet point. So you say the thing and then you skip 2 lines and then here's the new subject and then you skip 2 lines.
Call me when you're trying to communicate.
Because you know what? Sometimes I can't call you. You can't call in a public place. I'm not going to call you from the grocery store. I'm not going to call you. I'm not 80. I don't have to have it on speakerphone all the time. You answer the phone wherever you are and it's loud and everybody hears your business and it's rude.
And I do like, so if you could use some pager codes in texting, you know, like racing people, like let's say Ed Carpenter, text him. If I say something to him, he'll send me back a response, copy, which is...
Oh, that's J. Daniel. And that's
copy.
You a lot of times. It's just 10-4.
Mine's 10-4.
Yeah.
Mine's 10-4, which is a police code or whatever, but it's like 10-4. But
red alert, you say sometime.
Racers will do copy and then clear, you know, like if.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny because it's like those are the words they're used to, you know, saying in their.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that if it was just like a thing that we had to accomplish between the two of us. And you do that a lot. You just say 10-4 and I'm like, good, it's taken care of.
But like 1, 2, 3 is always I love you. You know, if you do that, but the if you had a code that says here suggesting 444, basically means, hey, I'm stressed. I love you, but I'm stressed.
We'll talk later.
I wrote a jerk text, something like that. It's like, you know, like today, I'm in a meeting in my office. My coworker was in there. We're talking through something that was very time sensitive, getting ready for a race, and he needed answers. And right when he needed my wisdom, I should say wisdom, he just needs some input from me, and he's been tracking me down all day, and he's finally in front of me, and he's getting my attention.
And he's super impatient.
And my phone rings, and it's you. And I've got you on speakerphone. Hi, honey, what do you need? Like, it's like that quick. You can hear it in my tone. And you're like, just dropped off your mom. I got her some panties today.
No, I didn't get her panties. She wanted panties.
She wanted panties, but instead we got her the Depends. That's what we're wearing nowadays. Anyway, so you go on about disposable.
The panties? Yeah. She was upset she didn't have any panties.
When you took a breath, I was able to say, I'll call you later. I'm here with Tim. Click.
Well, I didn't know that, I was on speaker, and I didn't know that you were with Tim when I started. I have to get in what I can get in because you're busy.
But if I could have just texted you back and said 444, you would have gone, oh, he's busy. He's stressed.
Correct.
Doing things that nature.
Correct.
Okay.
And I wouldn't get my feelings hurt.
Another rule. Did your feelings get hurt?
When? Today?
When I cut you off because I didn't want to talk about my mom's panties?
No, I kind of figured you didn't want to talk about it, but I thought it was funny.
Emojis for tone. This is the modern faster alternative to affection you put in a slow, deliberate phone call from a payphone booth. Meaning, use some emojis to communicate tone instead of just making fun of me. So, here's the last rule, the digital timeout. When emotions are high, take a break. The beeper gave us mandatory delays. We need to create those delays in ourselves. If you're angry, put it away for 20 minutes.
I think that's smart.
So if you get angry at me, what's a good code? Like 20? That means give me 20 minutes and I'll be back.
Okay.
God. That's the most passive-aggressive letter in the entire English language. Okay.
I love you.
I love you as well.
You're so hard to live with, but go
All
ahead.
right, let's stop texting and start doing it. For the rest of the show, we're going to look at texting shame.
Texting shame?
Should I look at some of your...
No! Don't look at... Don't... It's private.
Oh, okay.
It's private. Look, here's one for... I'll show you the ones. There's one for my brother. He had the eye surgery just like I did.
Yes. All right, so we've talked
There's
about...
a whole lot from this person that we shall not talk about.
Yes. So, could we live without texting?
Well, we did live without texting.
I mean, could we do it again? How would our relationship be affected if we just stopped texting?
You'd be really mad at me all the time.
Why would that be? If you would answer your phone.
If I would, there you go. If I would answer my phone, I can't always answer the phone. It's not attached to my hip like it is with you. I don't go to the shower with my phone or to the toilet with my phone. I don't. In fact, you know what I enjoyed the most about our trip?
What was that?
I turned my phone off. I turned it off. And actually yesterday, I left it in the car.
And you enjoyed that?
All day. It was in the car because I forgot it. And you know what? I was fine.
So you're saying that, yes, you could live without texting.
It just, yeah. I could live without it, but it is fun to lay in bed and text Brad at midnight.
We do have a, Brad is her friend.
Yeah.
We do have a sign.
Yeah.
We do have a sign in front of our toilet.
Yes, we do. That says if you run out of toilet paper, text me because I know you're on your phone. And that's you.
Yeah.
On your phone. I just don't do it unless I, am multitasking or whatever. Like I have been lately with Mom and her doctors and all the things. Why are you smirking?
I'm not smirking. I'm just thinking about how much I love you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Don't know. I feel like you're going to pull out some.
I'm not pulling out
bag
anything.
of tricks.
I'm just the number one reader comment of our Facebook listeners is let you talk more. So I'm just letting you talk more.
You're waiting for me to dig a hole.
I'm not digging any holes.
Okay.
I'm not digging any holes. All right. Are we done talking?
Would you like to text me about that later?
I am going to text you about it later.
Okay.
Do you ever sexy text me? Hey, what are you wearing? I don't think you've ever received that text.
I don't sexy text you. No, I don't.
I don't think I've ever received a, what are you wearing?
Again, because that's proof. I might be tired when you get home. And if that sexy text was at 3:00, by 9:00, sexy text time is done. It's over.
Unbelievable. Have you ever drunk text anybody?
I don't think so.
You don't?
Yeah.
You don't think you've ever drunk texted anybody?
No, because I'm not often drunk.
21, yeah. You have sent some pretty mean text before to your mom.
Who, me?
Yes. You have sent some pretty mean text.
I have not.
Oh, you have too.
I respect my mother.
You do. When was the last time you sent a text and wish you could bring it back?
Ooh, I have remember Missy did that.
No.
She was talking about somebody else, but she accidentally sent it to the person she was talking about. That was bad.
I've done that before. One time, so...
it has an undo now there.
All I know is that one time Brad, my Brad, not your gay Brad, my Brad texted me and said something about this. There was a girl that Scott and Brad and I all liked in like 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and he texted us. He texted Scott and I and said, "Hey, you won't believe it. I'm with so and so," And my quick smart ass response back was like, "Oh man, is she with that deadbeat husband?" Or like I basically said, her husband's like a real stuffed shirt, like we're beneath him, basically is what I was saying. And that's when I realized that they were copied on the text. So I had to dig myself out of that one going, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So
JK, just kidding.
Yeah, we've had those kind of texting moments.
I have wanted to retrieve something after I've written it.
Have you?
Yeah, like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. That was too quick. I needed that 20 minutes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, thanks for sitting and talking to me. It's nice to be together. It's nice to talk. It's nice to have the one or two listeners that we have out there. I was really
if they made it through the first 15 minutes, I'm real proud they stayed.
Yeah, well, it's been a while. So join us on the next episode of the Marry Your Best Friend podcast. You know what we're going to talk about next time, Susie?
I don't, but I'll probably not remember when we do talk about it. But go ahead and tell me.
That's true. But join us on the next episode of the Marry Your Best Friend podcast, where one of us gets sun poisoning.
Was that me?
I wonder. One of us tans, one of us doesn't.
I'm brown right now.